The following Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast is based on real events from the history of American crime. Some of this imagery might be upsetting. Listener discretion is advised.
Infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power. Infinite power.
Hey, so tonight we're supposed to record another session of Strength Check, but for a variety of different reasons, what you're going to hear isn't the usual stuff that you're used to with us. You know, I've been thinking a lot about this show and its purpose once we transitioned away from my doing like just weird commentary and kind of experimenting with the podcast space to making it into an actual play show. And, you know, the whole reason why we started this, or I started this, or Mark and I started this, was because of Play for Progress, which was our plan to launch something here locally in northeastern Pennsylvania in the community using D&D and potentially other tabletop games to work with kids who had either past criminal justice involvement or substance use issues, or who had been bullied, or who had parents who were incarcerated, or who were vulnerable in some other way, and to use the game, or the games, I suppose, from a sort of applied RPG standpoint to help them build or rebuild social capital and trust and social skills and really help them out in a variety of different ways. And that project locally bottomed out. I'm not sure if I've talked about it on the show in the past or not, but basically everything that could have gone wrong went wrong with it, and we ended up not being able to launch. Strength Check was supposed to be sort of a way to hype up the work that we were doing and a way to kind of stick my neck out a little bit and try to raise money for what we were doing. But because the local stuff never happened, or hasn't happened yet, I should say, this show just kind of became its own weird thing, right? And put a lot of work into building the setting and had a lot of fun with it. I had never met Dan or Mike or Ree before we started playing this game, and I think the party gelled really well. Excuse the notification from Lenovo. Thank you again, Lenovo. Lenovo, if you'd like to sponsor the show, I'd appreciate it. Your boy could use the help. That's a no. So, in any event, everything with Backfire is incredible, but the problem is that there are, 75,000 other D&D podcasts and YouTube shows and live streams and all of this stuff, and I can't really justify keeping our show going because there's nothing that really makes us stand out, especially among in a world of shows that are people are doing this as their livelihood, right? I have a hard time justifying keeping going now that we're not really directly drawing stuff for Play for Progress anymore. We haven't gotten any donations in like 9 or 10 months, and that's not my trying to beg anybody for money. It's just a matter of fact, right? So we're hoping to record tonight just a quick session to transition away from Backfire into whatever the new version of this podcast is going to be. It's still going to be a game. Play for Progress is not dead by any means. I have met a new batch of students at my university who are interested in help me work on a gamification project and figure out what we can do for students at our university using games to help them out, and also help me learn and experiment with ways of using games to teach the material that I'm interested in, which my research background for the last 15 years has really been about violence and the different ways that violence affects people. Lately, I've been really interested in political violence and how violence can be used as a way to create social change, up to and including like revolutionary movements historically. So I think what Strength Check is going to become is sort of two different things, right? I have put together an amazing group of people, all academics, who are interested in playing a game. It may be D&D, it may be Kids on Bikes. We joked around about coming up with a hybrid, like elves on bikes kind of a thing, and experimenting with that as a way to teach our material, teach all of our different backgrounds. And it's an amazing group of people. I'm hoping that Dan and Mike will still be involved with that, but no pressure, guys, if you don't want to. And then I think just with, I've known Carlos and Griff for 25 years, and I really want to keep playing with them. And I think we've got really hilarious ideas. And so I think I can do something that's more traditional D&D based, just for the three of us and anybody else who wants to join in, just to mess around and maybe have a more lighthearted kind of a thing that is also allows me then to kind of play around with some of the teaching stuff that I want to do. So maybe we will find a way to bring revolution to Faerun. But that said, I'm going to hit pause on this recording now and try to set up a call to see if anybody wants to play tonight. If nobody is available right now, that's fine. This will just be a 6.5 minute long episode, I guess. Let's find out. Okay, so we're recording now. We left off last time with most of the party in this weird dungeon in the underneath, looking for something for a storm giant named Shay. And I think everybody was there except for Alos. Alos was at Hamilton that night and could not. It
was a one night only event and backfire.
Yeah, I mean, the backfire version is told from Aaron Burr's perspective, and it's a polka. So
makes sense.
Yep. Yeah.
Perfect.
It probably would be. And so playing tonight, we have Carlos and Griff are here. So we've got Percy Grits back in action, and Nim is here as well. I think we left off. I know that we fucked around with a door a lot. there a lot of time spent.
A lot of time on that door.
Yeah, very similar to in 2001, the gorillas trying to figure out the obelisk. My man Tom Conmy and his mission to figure out what's going on with the door. And there were some not grenades, but some alchemist fire, I think, was thrown. Some grenade-like stuff was thrown at some knights. Fought some knights, messed around with some doors, and you were left off at a room that you went into, and there was a moat about, 8 feet across, 8 or 10 feet across, very deep, very thick, sludgy water. The party was debating whether or not to try to cross that or backtrack to go exploring more. And as you are talking about this and debating what to do, this massive disembodied hand emerges from the wall. And it grabs Solar. I mean, this hand is probably 7 feet tall. Grabs Solar and just starts slowly dragging him back towards the wall. Roll initiative.
Oh man. Here we go. Here we go, dice. It's been a while, y'all dusty.
I have so an assisted 24.
Okay.
I have a 12.
Alright, so Percy is going to go first. I wrote down from our one-shot, the last episode that aired all 4 hours of it. Mark put out and put together for us. I just wrote down Kobold Queen is so much fun. So she's got to come back at some point.
Quick notes about this hand.
Yep.
From what person can see, is it transparent, or does it look like it's just emerging from the wall?
It's not transparent.
Okay.
It's a corporeal hand.
All right, let's throw a dagger at it near
Okay.
the wrist to try and get. That's a 12.
That hits.
That hits?
Yep.
All right.
The big ass hand. Giant hand.
Dagger hits for 7.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my damn two weapon fighting,
Okay.
because I have another dagger. Percy has another dagger, and since this is a light weapon, he's going to go for it again.
Okay.
That is 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. I dropped my dice in the wrong spot. Where is it? And then it hits for another 7.
All right. The hand is up next. It continues to pull. Did you have more to do?
No, that's it.
Okay. It continues. It continues to pull Solar, and you. So it takes the dagger shots. You see it kind of flex. It hits him for. It hits him for some damage. A little bit of damage. You hear Solar kind of grunt out in pain. He's being kind of bear hugged by this enormous hand. And it's pulling him closer to the wall. Nim is up.
Alright, so Nim sees this giant hand. He realizes things are getting out of hand.
Oh. Oh boy.
He pulls out his quarterstaff.
I gotta put a content warning on this episode.
Jeez.
He's go lower. He's gonna pull out his quarterstaff and he's gonna run up to the hand and he's gonna just try to whack it.
Okay.
That is a 26. I'm pretty sure that hits.
Yeah.
1d6 plus 5. That's 11.
Okay.
With his bonus action, he is then going to disengage and come back about 20 feet. So he runs and hits it, and then runs back so the hand can't get him.
All right. You run up. You give it a good wrap across the knuckles. And retreat. And a second hand comes out of the opposite wall, and it grabs Dak
What the?
and starts pulling Dak away.
Okay.
And you see it. You see it flex on him, and he takes some damage. Percy's back up.
Alright. Well, it's getting real, so if D&D and Beyond would let me get to my spells...
It couldn't be any easier.
It can be if my damn iPad doesn't work.
Oh, wow.
Strength check sponsored by Microsoft Surface. Get a Surface for when your iPad doesn't work.
Alright, since I can't get the spells... Wait, did this whole thing just freeze on me? No. Okay, I can't get the spells, so I'm gonna do, let's see. Let's pivot and go to crossbow.
Okay.
To try at least get Solar out of here. So crossbow, 12, is that it?
Yep.
Okay. 8 plus 4 for 12.
Okay. Alright. It's still up.
Ah, so
The hand pulls Solar through the wall, and Solar disappears.
Ooh,
Oh shit.
never seen that before. Did anything of Solar's fall to the ground, or was everything just wet?
Everything is gone, and there's no hole in the wall. It's like the wall is still exactly how it looked.
Wait, so the hand went, so Nim's up, right?
Yep. Nim is up. Yeah, sorry about that.
So, take a look around. You notice the hand just took Solar.
Mm-hmm.
And is gone. Nim's not really dealing well with that. That just makes no sense to him right now. But he does realize that Dak is being taken by another hand.
Mm-hmm.
So he dashes over to that side. And he tries to whack it again. He won't whack this hand instead.
Okay.
See if that helps. 8 plus 7, 15.
That hits.
And it was 2 hands that he tried to hit it, so it's going to be a D8 instead. So that's 5 plus 5, so 10.
Okay. Yeah, another wrap across the knuckles. I mean, you're hurting it. You know your shots are connecting, but it doesn't seem to be slowing anything down. There's another reflexive flex by the hand. Dak takes another chunk of damage. That hand is up, and it continues to pull Dak towards the opposite wall. At this point, Zafira, who had been stunned, I think, by these massive disembodied zombie hands, she reaches into her pack and she takes out this object, and it looks like a simple like candlestick holder, and she does some kind of magic that ignites the wick on the candle, and you see her concentrate on it for a moment, and not a fireball, but a line of fire 15 feet long emerges from the candle and hits the hand, singeing it. Unfortunately, also singeing Dak a little bit in the process too. But not enough that it gets the hand to let him go. Percy's up.
Okay. So, hand's still going. Percy's pissed. And with this anger comes a bit of a more recollection of exactly what he's capable of. So, we're going to cast Thunderwave against that hand.
Okay.
Oh.
It has to make I rolled an 8. But it has to make it's a self range. It has to make a Constitution save of 13.
Okay. It did not make it.
Okay, so that's 2d8. 5 plus 6, 11.
Okay. Does it hit everything in the radius of it?
Just the creature.
Okay.
So it's going directly for her in like a cube.
Yeah.
Directly for the hand.
Okay. So we'll say that Dak is shielded. I mean, he wouldn't be able to do anything. I think the meat of the hand would absorb all of it, but it is going to flex on him again. Let me take some more damage.
Oh man, he's turning into finger food, huh?
Oh boy. Just getting him in. Get him in.
That's what the hand's going to do. Nim is up.
Is it taking damage to the point that we notice it's actually affecting the hand?
It's taking damage. We'll make a perception check.
Oh, great. I'm super good at this. Oh! Yeah, that's about 20.
Hope you can roll more of those.
Well,
it's doing damage, but you're not doing anything to get it to let go. And the speed it's moving, you're pretty sure that you're not going to be able to get it to... I mean, what you're doing now isn't going to work.
Okay, so that's not working. He's getting dragged to the wall. From where the hands are emerging, are they coming... Okay, so, like, we came out, we were looking directly at the moat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are the hands coming from back the way we came, or from the sides?
From the sides.
Okay.
Yep.
So, let's see. I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. It's... There's all kinds of magic around. There's a lot of magic. You're getting magic off of the...
immediately 30 feet?
Yep.
Okay. What is Percy seeing that's emitting magic in the room?
The hand.
Just the hand. Not the wall.
The hand.
Not anything around the wall. Not some sort of torch or something. Not a brick. Nothing like that.
He would see magic, and I think he would see magic coming from the hand and kind of like a tether between the hand and the wall. And if he's looking towards Zafira, he would see magic coming from her candle. But on the side that where Solar went, he doesn't see anything.
Okay.
That is not pinging at all.
Okay. Here's one. The hands, they're pulling them.
Mm-hmm.
Do they look like Shays?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
I want to have Percy go back to the door
Mm-hmm.
and see if there's any way to, there's rooms connecting to either side.
Yeah, there's the room that you came back through. And as you go towards that room, you see 3 skeletons coming towards you. One of them, and I have to make this really obvious because I'm not sure if you guys have gotten the reference yet and just haven't told me. One of the skeletons has a big key in its ribcage. And the skeletons are kind of walking, they're doing like a weird side-to-side shuffle with swords up in the air.
Awful.
Okay, so Percy comes back and he just goes, there's skeletons coming, 3 of them. And one of them has a key in the ribcage.
So Nim's just got his quarterstaff, and he realizes that hitting the hand's not going to do a damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's almost he just almost looks at Dak, waves to him, shrugs his shoulders I don't know what you want, buddy. I don't know what's going on. He turns his attention to Percy.
Alright, so Percy isn't fooling around anymore, so we're gonna go with hey.
much like Orange Cassidy, Percy's gonna try now.
This is how it goes. Start taking people through walls. Demeanor changes. So we're gonna go with crossbow with the skeleton with the sword, key rather, in the ribcage because that's happening. Crap. 11?
Does not hit.
Alright. Crossbow whiffs, and then he's going to take...
We can say that the bolt just goes whistling right through the skeleton.
Yeah. He was going for a headshot and just off a little bit. So yeah. So he's going to disengage and back up against his face. Okay.
Alright, Nim.
Well, now I've got some new targets to go aim after. He's all gung-ho right now.
Mm-hmm.
Nim's just going to go right towards the closest one to him and just whack him with that quarterstaff.
Okay.
And I do not think 10 hits.
Does not.
So he's just going to be like, shucks.
Sugar honey iced tea.
Shucks.
Okay. The hand pulls Dak through the wall, and Dak is gone. Seeing that, Zafira is going to use her full action to get out of that room and rush at skeletons. She's going to attack it with Eldritch Blast, I think. Yeah. Which hits and rocks one of the skeletons. You see like this bolt of almost like magical electricity hit the skeleton, and he kind of like does a really exaggerated like he's being electrocuted kind of thing, and some spare bones kind of fly out, but it doesn't kill it or re-kill it, I guess. But it's badly wounded.